All right, hey guys, Protagonist React, and we're back with Vinland Saga, episode 8. So in the last episode, they got one over on that French dude who was attacking the castle. Someone called him
Wario.
Wario, exactly. They got one over on Wario. They got all the treasure and left him his half of the spoils. Apparently, it was just the victory, so he got that W, I guess, at least. So, but yeah, they're taking off now back to wherever they came from, and Askeladd just promised Thorfinn a duel for his contribution to the war effort. So, yeah, I guess we'll see where that goes. You guys got any comments before I go ahead and play it?
I'm excited for this duel. I've been thinking about it since the last episode. I think it's shown that he's developed a lot, but it just feels like he's still so far away from like where his dad was, and then Askeladd was kind of going toe to toe with his dad for a little bit. So it'd be so tough to imagine that he's even close. But it's gonna be an interesting fight.
Yeah, all we know right now is that he bodies common soldiers, basically. Like, they're no effort for him. So we haven't really
Yep.
seen him play fight one of like the big names in the show yet. So
I want to see Askeladd show him he still has a lot to learn.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
right, yeah.
And I also wonder how the relationship would change depending on the outcome of the duel.
Yeah.
Like, will you have more respect for him if he wins?
Well,
Or-
if he wins, then
Okay.
Askeladd's dead because he's.
Oh yeah.
So he might have some
Yeah.
respect for him, but it'll be in the
If he
afterlife.
puts up a good fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe the other way around. I mean, if he still loses, I don't know. At what point? It seems like they set Askeladd up. They're kind of showing a glimpse of how he's not really just an evil villain or anything. So, is there going to be a point where he starts to look up to him as maybe a father figure or some sort of mentor instead of just trying to kill him?
Well, that's a good question, and I guess we'll have to watch to find out. All right, I'm gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is like home base.
He's ready.
Mm-hmm.
He's been thinking about the duel as much as me. I love that helmet at the end. That Viking helmet that guy's wearing at the end.
だってよ、マジか。また新しい乗組員募集するかな。くそ、血が騒げ。
Oh,
乗るなら
I
や
thought
っ
they
ぱ
were sad about the
芦屋子さん
deaths.
の船だぜ。バカ。お前じゃ3日であの世行きだよ。
He's definitely got a face that says, "I die in 3 days."
Might be sooner if he
謝れよ。
does that.
Who's the one on the left?
The fan club.
I want a ring.
そんなに金が好きか。嫌いな奴がおるか。金はいい。見てるだけで気持ちが明るくなる。んこれ、ホルザランド。何しとる。はよワインを持ってこんか。
はい。
She's lost. What was she
や
thinking
れ
about?
やれ、困った女だ。
So chill about it, so casual.
Nice.
You know what connection he's making there?
No, I didn't.
He has him wrapped around his finger.
やっぱ俺でも船に乗せてもらえるんじゃねえの。
ちょっと可愛く
Guy
ない
has no
I
idea.
don't think so.
アシュラットさんの方がお金あるし強いよ。
なお決闘の理由は
He has
ド
more
ルフィ
money.
ンによる彼の父親の敵討ちである。以上、容赦いいはないか。ないないよ。
He's wearing armor in the duel.
あん時はまだお前こんくらいの。おっと。おいよ、トーフィンが仕掛けた。懐に入ったぞ。年寄りの世間話ぐらい付き合いよ。
Oh man.
I was wondering about that.
Yay. What?
Got him.
Good with the jumping.
Yeah, he is.
He's worried about a grab, I guess.
Got it back.
It's crazy just because he reached for his wrist.
なあ、トロフィー。お前の親父、あれ、なんつったかな。と、どうで
So
した。
rude.
俺本当に殺したかな。トリルさんを。なあ、
He's so manipulative.
俺どうやって殺したっけ。
He wants to get him emotional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Outsmarted him. That's what.
熱くなっちゃダメ。修行が足りないぜ、坊や。くそが。
Can you break his arm?
Or dislocated it. I think this is the point in the show where Thorfinn is like really close to his level of strength.
Yeah, that.
Why
that
else would he
surprised
have
me.
to? He would have to stoop to that.
Yeah.
あそこが落ち着くんだろ。
Interesting. They talk to him like he's one of them.
Yeah, he
They
does.
talk about him like he's one of them.
Yeah, they do that.
ほっときゃいいさ。
Thorfinn needs a hug.
いじけてるな。
I thought that was Val laughing. Okay.
やーい、泣き虫、毛虫。
Talking about you. What does he mean by that?
We should talk about the whole having no enemies thing at the end, if we remember.
Definitely. I'm glad they had his dad show up and kind of give that speech, kind of clarify it a little bit.
きっと何もないわね。どこまで行ってもここと同じ戦と奴隷商人がいるだけ。
You haven't heard of Vinland?
はるか西、海の向こうにヴィンランドという名の土地がある。
Nice.
そこは暖かく豊かで無一。
They always recite this thing the same way, like a prayer.
追っては来れない。
It's like the third time they've said this.
そんなところが本当に
Here's your helmet guy.
The guy? I thought that's the sister.
Helmet person.
I can't keep track of the years.
Yeah.
この旅の大構成にあたり万事滞りなく
Rectangle head.
してクヌーとはあやつは来ておるな。
は殿下もすでにイエリングに入られ
Who's this guy?
That's not the Ragnar I know.
It's Ragnar, dude.
そのまま陸路を
Yeah,
南
quick
下
workout.
各地を蹂躙しつつ進軍を続けた。
In just 2 months.
Oh my god.
Is that the guy from the opening?
Yeah.
What?
どうしたもっと攻めてこい
Oh, that was the guy on the boat with Thor's?
It's Blackbeard
Yeah.
from One Piece.
Nice.
Like they were friends?
It's Askeladd's older brother.
It's just like a burning torch.
Oh man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't go by years. I don't go by regular years. I don't care if it's 1013 or whatever. Just tell me how old Thorfinn is. That's what I go by.
Right.
That's
They
what I
didn't even
base.
answer that, did they?
No.
That
But I
one
think
was
you
so
can do the
bad.
math on it. He was like 5 when he took out on the ship, and then and that was a certain year. I'm sure you can figure it out.
He asked it like right before the duel, and I was like, finally, we're gonna get it. And
No.
nothing.
No such luck. Go do the work yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved that whole scene with the duel. Even the first time I watched it, I was like, man, this is so thoughtfully done, especially the comparison to the slave girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then his comment about everyone's a slave to something, and then
Hmm.
Thorfinn's out there eating on a boat in the cold, talking about how he would never be a slave. And I thought that was, I don't know, it was
Yeah.
really well done. And I'm not smart enough to think it all the way through, but I know there's something there.
It's kind of crazy. There's only really 2 big philosophers in the show so far, and that's Askeladd and Thor's. And
Yeah.
you wouldn't think those would be the 2 most thoughtful people, like the biggest kind of strongest guys. But and also Askeladd's kind of an asshole, but he still seems like he thinks deeply about things.
Who was that other guy? Is it Loki? Or was it Floki?
Loki.
Floki, isn't he the rectangle guy?
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
rectangle head?
Pretty sure that's
so
Floki.
the guy that was on the ship with Thor's, like, sailed the other ship. Remember?
Oh.
Like, he's like
it
a
was
trader.
like-
He wasn't a fighter. He was like a trader or something.
Leif
yeah,
Erikson?
I know who you're talking about. Leif Erikson. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I feel like he's in that camp too.
that's true. Yeah, because he was like sitting outside on his pipe trying to talk with Thorfinn about stuff, and Thorfinn didn't get it. Oh yeah, so about the whole like have no enemies thing. What were your thoughts on that? Because you said something about it.
I don't know, what was the quote again?
He's
He's
like
saying,
he's like no one has any enemy, or he tells Thorfinn that he doesn't have any enemies, and he said no one has any enemies.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to kind of understand that a little better, because I guess, I mean, maybe he's taking it to mean like you're not really their enemy. Maybe they're just fighting you because they're afraid of something or because they want something, and really doesn't have anything to do with you or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like if people are trying to kill you, then like how are you defining enemy at that point?
I think what he means when he says it, and I'm sure it goes deeper than this, and maybe it doesn't make sense, maybe it does, and someone else can explain it better. But I was thinking, especially when he's telling young Thorfinn, who wants to go out and fight, he's saying, you don't have any enemies because no one's done anything to you, and you have no reason to start anything with anyone else, so you should leave it that way. I feel like it's what he's trying to say, and I feel like that's what he's trying to say to everybody too. It's like you're going out and fighting all these people, like you're fighting people in England and all this stuff. It's like, why you don't have any enemies, you created them on your own, after. That's what I feel like he's trying to say, something like that. It's like you didn't have
That
you
kinda
don't
makes
you're not
sense.
born with enemies. You develop them later with your choices and stuff.
I just feel like sometimes that's like the second time I think he said something that I don't know seems overly absolutist.
It's a bit
'Cause
too idealistic, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, even when he was like, you should never. At one point, he was like, you should never kill anybody, and then later, I think he said, well, only if they're trying to kill you or so. I don't know. It seems like he walked it back slightly, and just that little bit that he walked it back makes a huge difference. And it's like the same here. I get everything you're saying, but if Askeladd was trying to kill his dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, he was his enemy. I don't know how you get around that.
Yeah. I think what he's trying to say deep down, this is just my opinion, of course, but I think what he's trying
Yeah.
to say is that deep down, no one has any enemies because you don't start off that way. I feel like by default, you don't have any enemies and you create them later. And that could go for either side. So I'm not saying like you can't defend yourself or whatever. I don't know if he would say that or whatever because he did beat up those guys with his bare hands. But
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say. And I'm not even trying to say that his philosophy is coherent or like good or whatever. Or doesn't contradict itself or whatever. But I would say that in this show, I feel like a lot of people have ideals and philosophies that differ greatly, but
Yeah.
I don't think the show tries to claim which one is correct at all. I think it's just saying, here's how I think about things. And this is like, thousands of years ago. Like, I don't think everyone had
Right.
every morality figured out or anything. So I think they're just like competing philosophies. And I don't think we know how it's going to end yet. You know what I mean?
I agree with everything you're saying, and I don't really have much problem with what he's saying. I just think it's like they're portraying him to be so wise, and just the way he words things, it's like, that can't be exactly what you mean, and I don't know,
I get what
bugs
you're
me a
saying.
little bit, but not
They
not a big
definitely
deal. I
they
still
definitely
agree
make
with
him
what
out
he's
to be
saying.
like a sage or something of some kind.
Right.
Like, yeah, definitely.
But didn't he die by his enemies?
Yeah, I think it completely
Yeah,
depends on your definition of
literally
enemies.
holding his son hostage.
Well, Askeladd wasn't his. Askeladd's group weren't the enemies, but the enemies hired them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think this show is meant to be taken at face value though. Like, I don't think you're supposed to hear no one has any enemies and just think, okay, no one has any enemies. I think it's deeper than that. I think you'll see that as the show goes on. But I feel like it's not trying to like be absolutist, even though it sounds that way. I think it's just trying to make a deeper point. I don't think you can take it at face value.
Well, and most of the time though, I bet we see it in the next episode or couple episodes as almost like we're experiencing it from Thorfinn's perspective because it seems overly simplistic and doesn't make sense. And then like later, they drop a few more nuggets that kind of add on to it and flesh it out and make it actually make sense
Mm-hmm.
as he kind of starts to understand it better, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm making that up, but it seems I bet that comes up again, and when it comes up again, I bet it makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and we could get to the end of this and you could be like, oh yeah, his philosophy is still a bunch of bullshit. Like, and I wouldn't blame you or anything. It's just, yeah. I think the show is already shown that it isn't all face value, surface level stuff,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They hide little nuggets in there. But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we'll move on to the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you there. Later.